10-3. You told me at the beginning of the year, after 13 games, we're going to be 10-3. I'd be really happy. I'd take that any day. So we're still in a good position. We just got to move forward and look for mistakes.
Coach, you got off to a good start, 4-1 to close out the first period. How much did the penalties affect you guys going into the duration of the game?
Well, that moment in time, it helped them tremendously. Got them back in the game, ended the lead, and then went back and forth for a couple quarters. And unfortunately, we took some penalties there, some questionable ones, and they seemed to take away the flow of the game. I thought it was just too many easy penalties being called in the first half.
One word to describe your team's performance.
One word?
Yes.
One word to describe my team's performance tonight?
Yes, sir.
Hard time with that.
Pardon me?
I would say that the guys got hard. I'd say we had a pretty good effort. We just fell short.
Second half, John, they just seemed like they took the energy out of the building and kept everything quiet, which works to your detriment because when you guys are going and the crowd's going, that's obviously a big event.
Definitely. The disappointing part of the game is when I saw people starting to leave in about 3-4 minutes. That doesn't happen very often in Buffalo, and when you see that happen in your own arena, it's definitely, it's not encouraging. So I felt that, and it was kind of felt like, I think it brought up last June, it just kind of were deflated, and they were just gaining momentum as the game progressed, and I felt that in the second half.
How'd you think Chase did in his return?
I did really well. He looked good. He looked light on his feet, strong, and he got a couple goals for us. And he moved well. He obviously hasn't played in a year, so he's still a bit rusty.
Coach, sorry. Coach, what adjustments were you comfortable with into the second half?
Well, whatever we did didn't work offensively, so we didn't adjust properly. But we tried to shoot more on the run and carry the ball over the top. And to no avail. Unfortunately, we missed the net or dropped passes. We just were not in sync for whatever reason.
So what's to learn from this year?
Well, we need to be sharper. Sometimes you can make adjustments and it just doesn't happen. And the adjustments were to get the ball low and carry over the top and put pressure on their defense. And it seemed like it was the opposite effect. So what's to learn? Is you got to do the little things right, and which I thought we did. We battled hard, and sometimes when you battle, it's just not good enough. That team there is a very gritty team, and they fought tooth and nail the entire game. And I got to give kudos to my guys. I know the score was a difference of 5, but it was a closer game than it was at the scoreboard.
Coach, did you like how your team responded to the physical aspects of tonight's game?
Well, it's nice when guys stick up for each other, for sure. And I thought that they're a physical team, and it was nice seeing guys stand up for themselves or stand up for teammates. Which, like Steve Perella did a great job, and McCauley fought somebody too. And I thought that we had some big hits, like Dane was hitting guys, Josh hit guys. I thought the guys stood up for themselves and for their teammates, and that's what's expected of our team.
And did you guys work on you guys had a short-handed goal tonight. Were you guys working on that in practice this week?
We don't spend a lot of time on that. It's very difficult to score 4 on 5 when it's a settled situation. Most short-handed goals are scored in transition, so I'm not going to spend amples of time in practice. We don't practice very often. So we dropped little plays that we'd run over and over again. That specific play was just guys Buchanan cutting. I'd love to take credit as a coach, but that's just him cutting, being smart, great pass, great goal. Yeah.
Coach, this is more of a compliment. You've done a great job with this organization. You've done a great job with this team, and you guys fought really hard with this team. You guys, we thought we were going to win, but surprise was on their side, and then we had a great game.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I thought 13-8 guys are disappointed. Coaching staff's disappointed. You have to understand that it's 2 tough teams playing lacrosse. It's a tough game to score sometimes. And we can you can win a game 10-9 and everything's rosy. Everything's great. Defense is great. Offense is great. There's no issues. You can lose a game 10-9 and everything's wrong. It just happens to be that you scored 1 extra goal. Today unfortunately was 5, but that's very uncharacteristic of our team to lose by 5 goals. So I trust that the guys are going to look themselves in the mirror and not point fingers and just get better for the next game.
Right.
John, San Diego sound pretty good about now walking outside?
Weather-wise, yes, but they're a very good team. So we're in tough. We have a very tough schedule, and which we don't mind. But you know, San Diego is definitely a championship caliber team. They have if one of the best offenses, if not the best offense. So we're in for a battle in San Diego. But yes, I'm looking forward to some warm weather.
John, a question for you. Obviously, Colorado's the defending champions from last year, but could there have been a tendency to maybe look at the record overall, coming in 5-6, maybe possibly? As you know, there's no gimme games in this league by any means.
The only time I noticed that was I looked at the record and I was surprised that they were 5-6. We're not looking at the record and go, oh, we're gonna beat them. 100% that did not happen today.
Okay, thanks.
So, what is like the team's pregame ritual before games, like preparing for games, like team's pregame ritual?
What do we do before a game? Like the game game day?
Yes.
Well, the way it works is we practice once a week, unfortunately once a week, and we make corrections from previous games, and we start preparing for the next opponent. And then game day we have an hour practice, and we start preparing for that team as well. So that's what we do every game.
When do you guys fly out to San Diego? Do you go like the night before?
We go the day before, yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Coach.
It's nice seeing a lot of you people here. Just gotta come more often. It's nice to see people besides Split. That's for
You don't want to see me because I'm 0-2 this year, so
You're the reason.
yeah.
Where do you live?
I'm from
Is that
WQE.
Colorado?
No, actually in Atlanta, Georgia. But I'm from Ontario. I'm from Ontario, but thanks,
My
Coach.
name is Dante. I'm an intern from WFO Radio. I'm an intern at Medina University.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
See you guys.
Thanks.